Hi everybody, this is Pam with Jesusjunkjournals, and I'm going to show you my latest Christmas items. They're in one kit, but you make two things. They're the Boxfold folios, one small and one regular. So there's for the small, these 2 pages, and these pages are for the large. So I am going to cut these out and then I'll come back. All right, I'm going to start with the big one first. So you're going to want to fold along these lines and use, if you have a scoring tool, you can use that. And use a folding bone. Make sure you get it nice and flat. Both sides. And I don't have a lot of Christmas art supplies kind of stuff. So if you have Christmas washi tape or something like that, that would be perfect for this. I'm going to use what I have, and that'll be fine, but it would be cute with Christmas specific Christmas decorating, I think. Now these pockets are going to go on top of here. I think first let me get the washi tape. I am going to use a foil washi tape because I think that looks kind of festive. So I'm going to use my Barely Art glue and just run a line on both sides of this black line. I'm using kind of a narrow washi tape. So all right, so there's that. And then this you're actually going to use to attach it. Attach this flap, so okay. I think these would be cute too. You know, you can't make a junk journal for everybody you know, but this is kind of like a little sampler, and so you can give them a little bit of your junk journal craft without giving them a whole junk journal. And it's also a good, come here now. This thing doesn't want to cooperate for some reason. This is also a good way to test out if somebody appreciates what you're doing, because if they do, then you could always turn around later and make them another junk journal. But this will have pockets, so you could put gift cards in it if you wanted to, or you could just treat it like a Christmas card, or just a gift in itself. Okay, so I'm going to ink. I haven't inked yet. I should have inked by now. I'm going to ink everything. And in fact, I think I'll turn the camera off and I'll come back when I'm done. Okay, I've got my ink on all the way around. So we're going to go ahead and shut it. And then that will show you, so if you want these to where you can read them, they'll go like this. And then the side pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and glue them. And you may have to trim these flaps a little bit to get them to fold if they don't fold easily, and that's no big deal. You can trim these and it doesn't really make any difference design-wise. It still looks cute. And you can also stitch these, and they look really neat if you take them to the sewing machine and sew all along the edge. I've done that a lot of times, and it looks really neat. Okay, so now I'm going to open these up and glue these on. Whoops. Hopefully I glue them the right way. Okay. Okay, so now we know we've got everything going the right direction. I'll use this one. So and I'm not gonna do half and half. I'm just gonna put it a little bit over, probably like that, so that it doesn't eat up the design, but it's still a nice wide piece of tape to support it. Now, if you get any white flashes where you didn't line everything up just right, or for whatever reason you cut one just a little bit different, you can go back with Distress ink and hit it, and it'll disappear pretty much. Or you can trim it, either one, and just go ahead and round that off. You can, if you have a corner punch, you can do that. And I probably have to cut on the other side too. Let me see. Yep. That's a little bit long too, or wide. So I'm gonna and then just, again, if you have a corner punch, you can round it that way. Or if you want to just do it yourself, you can do that. Okay. Let's see. I think that will work. Okay, so now you're going to glue the pockets on the inside. And the squared off one was made to go up here because when you open it up, that puts the pocket at the bottom. And then these go on the sides. Like that. So you put the glue on the three sides. It's like you do any other pocket. And that way you can tuck in gift cards, or if you want to tuck in ephemera, you've got Bible verse cards or something like that, you can do that. So I'm gonna it folds in, and like this, and then you can tuck it in. And don't be afraid to bend those flaps. It won't hurt them at all. And if it doesn't lay just exactly the way you want, you can trim these edges on these as well. And I think I am going to trim, I'm going to trim this one just a little bit. Yeah, it looks like I might have got it just a little bit twisted, but it still works. Don't worry about it if you do that. You just trim. Just keep trimming away until everything fits the way you want it to. So this tucks under here. And that, I can feel that. That feels like it needs to be trimmed some more. So I'm going to trim that side. Trim this tape off. All right, so there it is. Okay, so here are the 2 sheets for the small folio. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these pieces out, and then I'll come back and show you how to put that together. It's exactly the same as the big one, but that way you can see what it looks like. Okay, I went ahead and folded this, so you'll want to do that. You can use if you have a scoring tool, and I forgot to ink it. So I inked everything, and so here is, let's see, so we've got the inside, and I'm going to use my big 2-inch punch, if I can find it, to cut a little thumb hole or whatever you call it for this pocket. So this has a stacked pocket. There's this one, and then this one goes over the top of it. So you can cut little, and then I'll want to ink that too, and you probably will as well. And I'm going to use foil, the same gold foil washi that I used on the other one. If you get any tape in the corners, you want to trim it out because that will bind up things a little bit. Okay, so now we can glue our pocket in, and you know, let me make sure this shuts. Yeah, it shuts okay. All right, go ahead and glue that back in. Make sure you don't get it over the fold on that bottom, or actually any folds, because that will make it hard. So make sure you've cleared the fold to glue the pockets on. This is what it looks like when it's shut. Okay, well, I have a silly thing to admit. I had a whole sheet of designs downstairs that I forgot to bring up. So I just went down and got them. And it's the other side of this. So here we go. And so to glue them on, so here's right side up with the pockets. And this is what it will look like when it's folded. So you're going to want to use a folding bone, but also fold it so you know what will be like showing when it's shut. So I want this to be up here so I can see it, and this will go over here. And where's the other one? So that's how I'm going to glue them. So I'm just going to go ahead These are just slightly smaller. I think, I don't know if this has happened to me before, and I don't know if I accidentally printed it the wrong size. So what I'm going to do is just trim these down. Okay, so I've got the panels glued on, and I'm going to take my washi tape. I'm going to use this washi tape. So again, like I did on the other one, I'm going to let it go about 1/4 over on the flap, and the rest of it's going to be back here on the back panel, just because I don't want to take up too much of the design space. But I do want to reinforce it. And then we're ready to glue the inside pockets. Glue the inside pockets. And this, now this one, I put the pocket at the top. So, I mean, it will still work. And then the side pockets will go here, like that. My dogs are downstairs playing. Sounds like my husband's got them riled up down there. Okay, so here. Okay, and so any white flashes, you can either ink them or trim them. Or a combination of the two. Distress ink tends to hide any imperfections on the edges that don't match up or that you had to trim. So let's see. There's one there. Okay. And then there's cards for you to tuck in if you want. Well, those probably go on the bigger one better. These will fit here. And I think that'll fit, yeah. So you can tuck those in however you want. And fold it up in the box fold. Put your gift cards in there if you want to. And so there is that. And it can go, of course, there's always 2 ways to fold these box folds. If you want to see the church, let's see, if you want to see the church, it'd go like this. And then like that. Okay. So there's that box fold. And then here's the bigger box fold. And that's it. So, I hope you liked the video. If you did, please click the like button and think about subscribing, and I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.